A leaked conversation from within Mercedes has just been unearthed, revealing massive tension within the team. Lewis Hamilton's candid remarks about his rocky relationship with Mercedes have set the motorsport world abuzz. With the seven-time world champion expressing frustration over car development, could this pave the way for George Russell's preferences to take center stage in 2024? As the W5 looms ahead, all eyes are on Mercedes. How will this impact Hamilton's final season with the team? With so much at stake, it's time to delve deep into this unfolding drama. So, let's dive into this video today to know. Lewis Hamilton recently shared a story about a moment with Mercedes that deeply affected him. He talked about when Mercedes disagreed with him about the design of the W14 car, which he had concerns about. Despite Hamilton's doubts, Mercedes seemed convinced that there was still more performance to be squeezed out of the design. Hamilton described feeling like an arrow had pierced his heart when Mercedes dismissed his concerns. He recalled how he tried to point out what he saw as obvious mistakes in the design, but was told he was wrong this time. Mercedes insisted he should trust the engineers and follow their commands. Also, Hamilton remembered expressing his frustration to the team, emphasizing the need for changes to be made to the car. He felt strongly that adjustments were necessary for improvement. He further said that I remembered they said, "We know what we're doing, you're wrong." And that was an interesting moment. I was like, okay, I'll step back. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Then, when we got into the season, we spoke again, and they said, "Oh, maybe you were right." This incident was significant for Hamilton because he has won 7 championships in his career, 6 of which were with Mercedes. Achieving 103 race wins isn't easy, and Hamilton's success speaks volumes. Whether you're a fan or not, Hamilton has made a mark on the sport. This should warrant his input when it comes to car design. On the other hand, Red Bull is pursuing a similar direction to Mercedes for the 2024 season. The situation raises questions about the competence of the engineers in Brackley. It makes one wonder if they were unsure about optimizing the rear downforce for the car. The doubt lingers on whether they truly understood how to make it work effectively. Adding to the complexity, Hamilton left the team even before testing the W5 in Bahrain. This decision hints at a significant disconnect between him and the team. Conflict over car design. Reflecting on the past, Hamilton vividly expressed his disappointment with the W14. After a challenging season with the W3, he expected the W14 to be a positive change. However, he found it to be the evil sister of 2022. This statement underlines his dissatisfaction with the car's performance. Despite the setbacks, Hamilton's goal remains to reclaim the championship. However, he acknowledged the struggle, stating, "I can't remember winning, it's been like a minute to be honest." This sentiment emphasizes the urgency and determination to regain the winning feeling. The tension between Toto Wolff and Lewis Hamilton regarding the car's design has been ongoing. This friction was highlighted in the trailer for the previous season's Drive to Survive. Hamilton expressed his disagreement with Wolff, emphasizing that he cannot afford to wait for 20 to 30 years like Wolff might be willing to do. He sees the present as the most crucial period of his career. In contrast, Wolff aimed for a long-term partnership with Hamilton, citing Aston Martin's rapid progress as an example. He believed that significant strides could be made quickly, similar to Aston Martin's transformation. Hamilton acknowledged the potential for success if the car's concept, aerodynamics, and balance were perfected. However, he voiced impatience, expressing reluctance to wait until 2026 for new engine regulations. He cited Aston Martin's overhaul as evidence that waiting could be detrimental to Mercedes' performance. Mercedes' divergent path. Despite Hamilton's warnings, Mercedes persisted on what he deemed a doomed path. This divergence in opinion has been widely discussed among Formula One experts. They noted that Hamilton lacked trust in key engineers like Mike Elliott and James Allison, and others within Mercedes also harbored doubts. The departure of Locke's Sarah, a key figure, raised significant concerns. Many believe that Hamilton was enticed by Sarah's departure, seeing potential in Ferrari's trajectory from 2025 onward, especially considering the new regulations looming in 2026. While considering Hamilton a close friend, Toto Wolff made it clear that his ultimate goal was to secure an 8th championship with Hamilton at Mercedes. However, he asserted that once Hamilton leaves the team, he won't receive any assistance, which seems logical given the competitive nature of the sport. It appears that Mercedes has already anointed George Russell as their new leader. Whether Russell possesses the skills to contend for a championship remains to be seen. He faces a tough road ahead if he aims to demonstrate his worth to the team. Hamilton remains resolute despite his impending departure from Mercedes and refuses to submit to anyone. His departure doesn't guarantee adherence to team orders, especially in potential clashes with Russell on the track. Last year's incident in Qatar, where they engaged in an intra-team battle, demonstrates their willingness to assert themselves as contenders for the championship. The dynamics have shifted significantly. With Hamilton's departure, the stakes are higher than ever. Russell and Hamilton both vie to prove themselves as worthy successors for the Silver Arrows. The situation is fraught with tension as they navigate the complexities of intra-team competition while aiming for championship glory. Russell and Hamilton. George Russell is determined to outperform Hamilton, a goal he expressed in his own words. His aspiration reflects a desire to establish himself as a formidable force in Formula One. On the other hand, Hamilton is driven to demonstrate his prowess to Ferrari and the entire Formula One community. His departure from Mercedes will not signify a decline in his competitive spirit. Experts like the 1997 world champion Jacques Villeneuve and Jenson Button anticipate significant friction between Russell and Hamilton, especially considering the shift in car design that leans more toward Hamilton's preferences. This divergence in preferences may intensify their rivalry. Observing how Mercedes manages the inevitable confrontation between Russell and Hamilton will be a focal point of the 2024 season. The handling of this rivalry could shape the trajectory of Mercedes' performance and the overall championship battle. Lewis Hamilton's trust in the Mercedes engineers and Toto Wolff has eroded. His departure was unexpected despite the team providing him with space and autonomy. Mercedes had envisioned him as a lifelong ambassador, but they failed to foresee his disillusionment. The discord within Mercedes was foreseeable since the end of the 2021 season. Firstly, the team disregarded Hamilton's concerns regarding the 2022 car design. Secondly, Mercedes exacerbated the situation by pairing him with George Russell, who aimed for championship glory. Bringing Russell on board as Hamilton's teammate intensified the competitive atmosphere within the team. Hamilton, focused on securing an 8th championship, likely didn't anticipate such stiff internal competition. The decision to sign Russell despite Hamilton's reservations reflects a pattern of disrespect. Additionally, parting ways with Valtteri Bottas, a trusted ally, further strained Hamilton's relationship with Mercedes, driving forces for departure. These instances of disregard and disrespect may have influenced Hamilton's decision to seek opportunities elsewhere, diverging from his long-standing partnership with Mercedes for comparison when talking. Hamilton's replacement and contract disputes. Toto Wolff emphasized that Hamilton's replacement must align with the team's ultimate goal. Additionally, being a good teammate to George Russell is crucial, indicating Mercedes' intention to build a new team around Russell. The team's decision regarding Hamilton's future may have been influenced by the 2022 season results, possibly giving them a misguided concept of their investment priorities. Reports suggest that Mercedes was not prepared to offer Hamilton the 2+1 contract he sought. Hamilton's desire for a 200+1 contract clashed with Mercedes' willingness, leading to a contractual stalemate. The only option on the table was a 1+1 contract. Additionally, Hamilton's aspiration to be a sports ambassador was reportedly denied by Mercedes. The situation worsened as Ferrari, without hesitation, agreed to Hamilton's ambassadorial role and offered nearly $100 million per year. This marked a stark contrast to Mercedes' approach, causing damage to their relationship. With the contractual disputes and differing aspirations, the situation has settled, and the damage appears irreparable. Hamilton's departure from Mercedes seems inevitable as he explores new opportunities with Ferrari. The pressing question revolves around whether Hamilton and Russell will receive equal treatment during the 2024 season. While they were initially expected to compete head-to-head, Mercedes might consider preserving relationships for the future, particularly beyond 2025. Regardless of treatment, Hamilton, a 7-time world champion, is determined to push the limits of the W5 car. His focus remains on winning championships, especially with the potential offered by the new car design and front-wing adjustments. With pre-season testing concluded, Mercedes is now responsible for demonstrating their capability to return to their former dominance, particularly during the turbo hybrid era. However, the challenges ahead are immense, particularly given the strong packages presented by Ferrari and Red Bull in Bahrain. Toto Wolff's reference to a mountain to climb becomes clearer as the true extent of the challenge unfolds. Conquering this challenge requires significant effort and expertise from Mercedes, keeping in mind the competitive landscape presented by their rivals. So, what do you think of Hamilton's comment towards Mercedes? Comment below and subscribe for more.